All right, little surprise. Kyle Chalmers, newly minted, first-time world record holder, mate. Congratulations.
Appreciate it, mate. Thank you.
Massive. I mean, it kind of felt like it was coming, to be honest. Like with what you were doing in the lead up, it was like he's figuring this out. Did you feel that way?
I think having that opportunity to race every single weekend for the last probably 2 months now just gives me that confidence, and I'm able to kind of refine what I'm doing week in, week out. It's weird. It's not what I'm used to doing at all. It's something, we in Australia, we train every day of the week and we hardly ever get the opportunity to race. But I think coming over here, I'm swimming between 1 to 3 Ks a day if I'm lucky. I've done very little gym, but I think that racing's helping me stay fit, and I'm able to stay fit in the mind, I think, and realise exactly what I need to do to swim fast every weekend. So I've had that opportunity to race that 100 freestyle quite a lot of times now. Obviously with ISL, I raced it heaps of times in the relays, and then individually quite a lot at the World Cups. So I think I've finally started to get it figured out, that's for sure.
Mate, word on the street is that Kyle Chalmers really couldn't swim short course, but as the great Nate Diaz would say, surprise, surprise, the king is back, mate. You figured it out. Holy shit.
Yeah. I just think I've never really had that opportunity to race short course. I think, I'm lucky to do I've never done a world short course, but I might do short course state championships each year, but I'm never primed for it. So I think I've finally had that opportunity to race short course, like I said, week in, week out. And I do read the comments here and there on SwimSwam and hear these things, and it kind of just motivates me more than anything, to be honest.
Yeah, awesome. Well, listen, I did say we're going to have you for 10 minutes, and I want to stick to that, mate. I'm a man of my word. So we're going to look at the race, hopefully. Nate's in the background here. He's working the system for us. But if you're okay with kind of just talking us through it, before we hit the go on this world record here, can you just talk to me about your mentality right before the race? How were you feeling? What were you thinking?
Well, the week before, I was pleasantly surprised. I think my best previous to racing in Doha was 45.5. I'd been that hit plenty of times. I'd been 45.5, 45.6 so many times. And I dove in Doha and went 45.0 and couldn't believe it. I don't know whether you saw my Instagram story, but my Instagram post, I was in the lane next to Blake Peroni, and I couldn't read the board, but I also just could not believe that it said 45.0 next to my name. And I went, wow, I'm actually a real good chance of breaking this world record, because I know that I can swim better. I know that I can execute things differently. I know exactly what I need to do to swim faster the week later. But I had a big, World Cups are a challenging thing. It's like race for 3 days. We got on a flight to Kazan, which is not an easy place to travel to from Doha. The following day, I got up at 4:30 in the morning, flew to Istanbul. Missed my flight in Istanbul, decided I'd stay there for a night, went into the city, which was about a 50-minute drive, booked a hotel room, and went, all right, I'll book a flight for the next day to get to Kazan. That flight was booked out, so I got straight back in a taxi, went back to the airport, and got on a flight that night into Kazan, and ended up getting there about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, about 2 days before I raced. So for me, it wasn't the ideal preparation. I swam in the hotel pool a couple of times before that competition, and I guess right before the race, as soon as I kind of get into that marshalling room and I walk out behind those blocks, for me, my mindset is, very, very strong. And I think, as I warm up and whatnot, I probably don't believe that it's possible to break a world record. But as soon as I kind of, like I said, get into that marshalling room, stand behind the blocks, I believe that it's possible. And I back myself in no matter what.
Right. Love it. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Let's have a look at this thing then, Nate. Kyle, I'm just going to let you talk as you see it.
So I knew that obviously I had to get off to a pretty good start. Something I've been working really hard on over the last little period. Had a good dive, good breakout. Something else I've been working in is just that execution into the wall. So making sure that I'm building into the wall, hitting that turn as quick as I can, kind of getting that flip over. And then consistent with the stroke rate. Obviously it's 4 laps, not 2. So you've got to be as consistent with the rate as you can be. So I knew that if I could be at 21.4 as well, that was my goal time to go out in, that I'd be a real good shot at breaking that world record. So I felt strong. I felt good the whole way through. I knew that last turn I had to get under that wave. Probably pump those 5 fly kicks off the wall, which is something, again, that I've been working on, and then head down into the wall and get that good touch. So I think there's still definitely some things that I can work on to be that little bit faster, but it's a moment that I'll definitely cherish. Obviously got on the lane rope, gave it a bit of a flex, which was nice as well. It's something that I haven't done a whole lot of, but I enjoyed that moment, and I looked, and it was a good race. Like, I mean, in regards to the people that were in the race, like Vlad Morozov, Popovici, Greenev, Kolesnikov, Jesse Putz, former world champion. Like, there's a lot of guys in that race that are amazing swimmers. So, and to see them all clapping me and I guess supporting me was very special as well. So I did enjoy that moment.
Yeah, nothing against the field. It was a red hot field, mate, but you embarrassed them in a way. Like, I mean, 44 compared to a 46, and everyone's at different stages of their preparation right now, but that was just a master class. Couple of things. Certainly you have improved your underwaters, no doubt about it, right?
Yeah. Big time improvement underwaters. I think for me, having the shoulder problems last year, obviously I had surgery in end of November, so I spent the whole entire year last year doing kick, underwater fly kicks, cycling and running. So I think my legs have really strengthened up, and it's something that I've had to improve on, because I know the more underwater fly kick that I can do, especially on a short course race, the less it is on the shoulders, the less load on the shoulders. So it's something that I've been working extremely hard on, and it's an area that I need to improve on to be the best in the world. So I have to obviously say thanks to my coach, Peter Bishop, who pushes me in that area day in, day out. And without his input, there's no way that I would have thought that way.
Mate, I was going to give Peter some props there. Legend coach, doing a fantastic job, and coaching you from a distance. He's in Australia right now. I had reached out to you, I think the day before or a couple of days before, maybe, where you'd swum a really fast 50, and I was like, now you're talking, like 20.6. And you had responded back to me in terms of the breathing that had made an impact, and you said Peter had figured it out for you, and then you had implemented it. So just talk us through the breathing real quick. Yeah,
so for me, I put my head down in a 50 and try and sprint, and I just spin my arms and go nowhere. I do it in training. If I do 25 dives and I'm breathing every second stroke and holding my length, I'm a whole lot faster than if I don't breathe that whole 25. So the first few legs of the World Cup, I'm doing 1 breath, 2 breaths, and going 21 O's, which is pretty good. But it's obviously Vlad beat me in Doha, which I was a bit disappointed with. So spoke to Bish, and we kind of worked out that breathing 2s and kind of holding my length is a whole lot faster for me. I know that I'd done that previously in Budapest at the ISL in the first season. I'd breathe the 2s, and it worked well for me, and that's where I'd swam my PB. So I gave it a crack again in Kazan and swam 20.6. So I think I can swim faster still. But yeah, for me, it's all about holding that length, and I'm lucky that I've got such a great coach who's able to work those small things out, and I'm able to drop half a second in a 50 freestyle just from having his guidance, I guess.
My quick question, were you shaved for this race?
Yeah, I've been shaving down every single weekend. It's just the routine that I'm in at the moment. Race every weekend, shave down the day before, and swim as fast as I can. The racing is my training at the moment, so I'm doing everything I can to race fast and try and earn money. I'm sacrificing a lot, I guess, to be over here. It's a long time away, a long time in a hotel room, eating buffet food without your family. So I'm making sure that I make the most of it while I can, and trying to perform as fast as I can every week.
Mate, make the cash while you can. You're showing what a real pro swimmer can do and should do. Congrats on that. We've got less than a minute, so last question here. We're inevitably coming down to another head-to-head with you and Caleb here pretty soon. You excited about that?
I am. I'm really looking forward to it. I didn't really get that opportunity at ISL because he flew home day 2 of the competition, and I was only racing relays that first meet where we matched up against Callie. But I'm excited to have him here in the Netherlands, and excited to see where he's at with his swimming. I think it will be a really good competition. I'm glad that I'm starting to catch up to his level in the event. And I look forward to having that opportunity, maybe even swim some butterfly. But yeah, I'll just do exactly what the Raw need me to do, and hopefully swim as many events as I possibly can and have that opportunity to race against him. I think it's going to be a big showdown, as it always is. But we're great mates, and I look forward to catching up with him. I think we're potentially in the same hotel as well, so we'll be able to hang out a bit, which will be good.
That's good stuff, mate. Well, listen, that's 10-minute mark. I appreciate this. A little bit of analysis there. It's been awesome. This is your first world record, mate, but it's not going to be your last. So hopefully we can catch up again when you break another one. I really appreciate this, mate. Thanks for taking the time to do it, all right?
Hey, no problems at all, mate. I appreciate it, and I hope everyone enjoyed watching it.
Absolutely. Thanks, Kyle. Take care, mate.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.